Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. Today it's a beautiful day. I have the day off work, and lately I've been wanting to go to Disneyland, and unfortunately I did not sign up for an annual pass this year, so the next closest thing is just to go to downtown Disney. And I know there's a lot of people that probably have never been to Disneyland before, or they just kind of like to watch different types of toy hunt videos, and lately I've been really into toy hunt videos, so I figured it would be fun to kind of go down there and do a little bit of kind of like a tour around downtown Disney for you guys. And there's not much as far as stores go, but there are some retail shops, and so I figured I would go in, kind of show you guys around, look at some of the merchandise they have over there. And I probably won't be talking during the video because it's typically really loud in the shops there, so I'll probably do a video, different clips, and I'll probably just dub over, so that way you guys can actually hear what I'm saying, so that way it's not a distraction or anything like that. And yeah, so I'm sitting in my car, obviously, and I'm about to leave, so I will be back in a few minutes with hopefully some great new stuff that's out. I haven't been in a while, so we'll see what they have. Alright, first up, when I entered in, pretty much the biggest thing as far as the stores go is the Lego store, which I did not go into. That store is always so crazy and insane. So they do have a few Lego sculptures outside the store. Inside the store they do have some as well, but I've been in that store a few different times and it's usually just so crazy in there, so I try to avoid it. I'm also not that big into Legos. Well, I guess I should say I'm not really into Legos at all. So I'll give you kind of a little tour. I entered through the downtown Disney parking, so the way that I'm walking is like, it's basically a straight path that goes all the way down to the entrance of Disneyland, and then along the way there are some restaurants, some shops. The first place that I went into was the Wunderground Gallery, which is so cool because there's just so many different kinds of artwork, from different artists. All Disney themed, and I love going in the store just because there's postcards, there's merchandise like cups, mugs, paintings, all different types of things. I have in the past gotten a few postcards because it's really fun to get some kind of like a little image that you can frame and hang up, and so you don't have to buy a huge painting. If you've got a big collection, you know, I know how we all run out of space pretty quickly, so getting a little postcard is a perfect way to kind of add a little bit of artwork to your collection, but without having to take up too much space. They have usually they have like there's certain prints that they normally have, but then they do add different prints just depending on when you go. Like some of these right now, these were some that I have never seen before in the postcard form, so I like to pop in and check which items they have that are new. So there's a lot of Beauty and the Beast stuff that I noticed because of just all the hype with the live action film coming out. They also have, like I was saying earlier, they're all different forms of artwork, so a lot of the prints transferred onto mugs, t-shirts, cell phone cases. I love the hipster Mickey stuff. I was so tempted to get one of these mugs, but it was a little bit too much in price for me. I do want a new travel size or a travel mug so I can have it in my car, and they had one. It's right down there with the brown lid. Love that. They did have a couple of Vinylmations, and just to show you as well, they have some phone cases that have some of the artwork on there. And you gotta excuse me because I'm not good with remembering artists' names, so If any of you artists out there catch this video, I apologize that I do not giving any call outs because I don't know the artists or the artwork's name. They had a little section that had some Princess Leia and Star Wars images. And I loved these. These were some magnets. Again, a little bit pricey, but I just love that image. It's so cute. And I loved this little Pixar themed print as well. And then they do have a lot of like more parks inspired with the rides or different parts of the park. I really loved this. This was a picture of Mickey and Minnie towards Main Street in Disneyland. Also, I did find the Bride Returns Vinylmation, which I had seen online, so that was my first time seeing it in the store. I loved these paintings. It had the centaurs, lots of mermaids. So that was the Wunderground Gallery, and then right next door is a store called D Street. There's a lot of cell phone cases. There was a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy merchandise, Star Wars merchandise. That's mainly what fills up this store, and the reason I didn't really go through and record any of it was because it's stuff that's out at the Disney store. I did find these new Vinylmations with different variations of Mickey, which I really liked. And then across the way is Build-A-Bear, which again, this is another store. It gets so crazy packed, so I basically just walked in and then basically walked out because it was so busy. But I'm not too sure how Build-A-Bear is in other locations, if they have basically the same items, because I don't follow them too much, but I just wanted to give just a quick overview if any of you guys like Build-A-Bear. I have no idea what those are, but I thought those were kind of cute in a really odd way. So then, just kind of walking down, there's a little confectionery where it's fun to watch how they make the candy apples. And then these are some of the different restaurants. This is a little boutique that's called Anna and Elsa's Boutique. And again, the reason I didn't go into this one is because it's a lot of stuff that's already out that people have already seen before. And then I think this is pretty much what most people go to, which is the World of Disney. It has so much merch in here. It's such a huge store. So it has parks exclusive merchandise, but it does have a lot of things from the Disney store. A lot of the stuff you can get on the Disney Parks app if you do have that on your phone. I love this plush of Doug and also Dumbo and Mrs. Jumbo. And then we have there's plushes everywhere. I really like this style. I don't know the name of it, but I love this style where there's a few different characters within this line, and I love the Mickey and Minnie, which this is the Minnie, and I believe I saw these at the Disney store at one point. I don't know if they are still carrying them. I love these notepads. They're like VHS tapes, the original artwork from the VHS cases. It's a journal, and then on the first page it shows the VHS tape. So I remember having these movies as a kid, and so it's fun to see that old style artwork. This section had more like stationery, pens, pencils, markers, all Disney themed. They had a little Tsum Tsum marker kit, little parks exclusive erasers, pens. I think all of these are on the Parks app. And then they have these little collectible figures that are in blind bags, and they have all different series. I've never purchased any of them, mainly because the paint job on them is not the best, depending on which line. I like the Toy Story line, but there are some other ones out there that the paint job is just, they end up looking kind of silly. I forget what these are called, but there's all different kinds of characters where it's kind of like the character as a baby and has its own blanket. And I hadn't seen the Baymax one yet, so I was excited to see that just because Big Hero 6 merchandise is very limited. And then also there was quite a bit of Monsters Inc. Merchandise, which I was kind of surprised about. I love the Disney emojis, so I was happy to see that they had the little mini pillows that they have at the Disney store, and then also the large plush pillows. And when you turn the pillow around, and I completely dropped that, it has a different face on the back, just like the mini. So, and they're $28. This was the plush section. Tons of Stitch and Angel, lots of Tsums. I didn't really get to take a good look at any of the Tsums because that section is just so busy. There's lots of little kids, so I found a few things. This set, there was tons of these sets. I was really surprised. I guess because Disney's producing a lot of Tsums now, they're maybe not as popular as they were before, but they're maybe just because they're easy to get to. And then Shelly May, there was a big section that had all different variations of Shelly May, and also I forget his name, Duffy, I think that's his name. So yeah, this section, then they had like different promotions throughout the store. So this was a little promotion that they had going on. And I don't know what these are called, but I had just found these. I've never seen these before. And I was absolutely in love with these plushes. I wanted all of them. They are so cute. They kind of look like little toddler versions of the characters. And they have these big eyes that just look really sweet. And they were so soft. They were that material that it's kind of a little bit longer, but very, very soft. And then I did not know what this line was, but I'd never seen before. But it was kind of funny. I mean, they were cute, different like pop colors. I don't know what they are called. So the Mickey was blue, and the Minnie was kind of like a purple color. And they had all different types of plushes, like little castles, little people like this, like different princesses, where they kind of look a little bit like rag dolls. This is an image of the Tsum section when I could finally get over and take a quick photo. And they still had the Nightmare Before Christmas box set, which I was surprised about. I love these salt and pepper shakers. This Mrs. Potts and Chip I hadn't seen yet. A lot of the other ones have been around for a while. Tons of Cogsworth clocks, which now it comes in a different display case or different box. The Lumiere. These are mugs that I believe they're all available at the Disney Store or online at Disney Store. And lots and lots of mugs. If you've ever been to any of the Disney shops at the park, you already know there's so much kitchenware, mugs, antenna toppers, ears, pins. Those are I think the majority of the store. There's just so much of it. So if you're already familiar with that, this isn't really anything brand new. More mugs. I actually really like these. These have been around for a little while, and some of the prints. Some of the figures, I actually have that Jiminy Cricket. This was a newer one, which actually, if you flip her over under the base, it plays music. And I liked the quality of the Ariel one. I actually would consider getting that one. I forget the name of this collection of dolls, but they had a specific section that was displaying some of the designs. Some of them I actually hadn't seen before. I've seen in other parts of the park. They do advertise for them and have sections for them. Then there's also a section for all different kinds of artwork. So there's like the original prints, but then there's the original artwork, and then there's prints that you can buy of the artwork. And then some of these pieces you can find, I believe, on the Disney Store. website. I believe they do have some of those. This is a newer piece with Belle and the Beast, and this one as well came out not too long ago. This section is really fun to look through because these are larger size models, so they range in price, but like some of them can range from like $80 up to like, you know, 200, 250, just depending on, you know, which one it is and how much detail, how big it is. And then from there it goes into some of the pieces that you can find a lot on like Hallmark. They had a lot of Jim Shore pieces. I love these little light boxes. Some of these are kind of pricey, and then I do know that sometimes they retire certain designs. So there's ones that have been in the past that you can no longer get, and I know on secondary market like eBay, they go for quite a lot of money. So the ones that they have at the parks are actually, there's quite a few of them in a really good variation of different films. And then I went over to more of the princess section. I found this Belle set that was really cute. You can take and customize her. They had a large Beauty and the Beast section, just again because of the movie that came out. So this section is right when you come in through a different entry. There's, I believe, like three. I think there's 3 different entryways to the store. One on each end and then one in the middle. I thought this was a really cute set. This one, Belle's dress lights up, and there's also another version of that set, which is Ariel, and her dress lights up as well. These were the mini princess dolls. They still had like a very tiny little Tinkerbell section, which I was happy to see, because I know the Disney Fairies has kind of taken a backseat to some of the other Disney lines like Elena of Avalor, the new Tangled series. So I was happy to see that they still had some Tinkerbell merchandise up. In each section, the way they have it merchandise, they have kind of like each princess has a small section where it has the costume, accessories for like, let's say a little crown or shoes, and a wig usually, and then they have these little play sets in each section for that princess. And then in addition to that, they also have the parks exclusive, or the parks doll that goes with each one. This one they had kind of all the princesses, and they had some pens and pencils and things like that. This is another set for Beauty and the Beast, and then this was the Ariel section, followed by the Cinderella section. And I found this, I hadn't seen this yet. I thought the carriage was so nice. It was so pretty. I did go to the pin section for a little bit at the end, just to kind of see which ones they had. I did see a couple new things that I hadn't seen before. And this was the other side of the entryway to World of Disney. And that's all. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these walkthroughs or toy hunt videos, and that way I can load up some more. Alright, thanks guys.